All right, so rollers are up. Not completely tightened yet. You can tighten those grub screws now if you want on the rods. This grub screw on the coupler I didn't do yet, but we'll do it soon. Okay, so next up, frame is up. The gantry is in, and we are up to, well, I skipped because obviously the gantry's not supposed to be on yet, but I'm going to do it because I want, I'm already a little bit ahead. And the reason why I'm a little ahead is because I have cheating T-nuts. I call them cheating T-nuts because T-nuts are not usually like this. This is a hammerhead, I believe that's what it's called. It's a static nut. It doesn't twist. So I just slide it on over here. And I slide another one on over here. But this one has a spring inside it, so it's even cheating even more. I took that off of my S8 during doing that conversion, the 45th degree conversion. Anyway, so it stays right there. I don't even have to move it up and down. So I put this bar back on. I know in the instructions it says this bar is off. So for me, I put it back on because I already put the X back on. I can work on it while it's on for me. But in our case, let us continue what we were doing. And let's do the 2020 upper 45 degree support brackets. So as you can see here, they're, you cut the 45 extrusion. I know people are doing that printing them these days, but I don't trust in the vibrations that it's not gonna, vibrate this machine too much while it's printing. More solid, metal. And these aren't that expensive. I had extras lying around. Most people do. If you don't, you could buy them. Anyway, so 2 T-nuts, positioned it on top. We can always change them later. This is crucial to get right, so we'll figure this out together. Now, when you print one, obviously you have to print the second one mirrored, so you're gonna have 2 of them, and for each side. Okay, so hardware involved is the T-nuts on each side, plus the M5 8mm long bolts. I got a pack of 50 for like $5. It's always good to get those packs, buy in bulk. All right, so we're going to slide them into the bottom. We'll start with the right side because it's more cumbersome. Okay, hope I'm using that word right. I left this open on purpose because I want to show you what's going on inside. Anyway, here we go. I'm gonna go slide this in here. And it's gonna be a bit difficult. Remember, get those T-nuts aligned straight so they're not in the way at the moment. And as you can see, like that, like a glove, like you say. Slide the T-nut into position. Line up with the hole. There we go. And we are going to take our M5 bolt and drop it. No, M5 bolt and screw it in, but not all the way. And the reason why not all the way is because you want to make sure that you're at 90 degrees. And I'll show you how to do that soon. Next, there's the bottom one too. Remember, I already dropped it again. I already, what's it called? I have these T-nuts already positioned in area to grab the screw. As I said, they were cheating T-nuts. Obviously, you got to put the screw in straight. I put it in on a weird angle. And it didn't go in correct. Oh, wait, it did. Maybe it did. Oh, it did. What do you know? Remember, not all the way tight. We don't want it all the way tight. And that's just for the left side. Let's go to the right side. Same idea. Make sure these T-nuts are straight. And slide them in. If it doesn't slide in correctly, that means they're not straight. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Wow, it's taking me almost 5 minutes just to put these in. Okay, great. We're gonna push this towards where we need to be. Oh, it's not all the way in. That's why it's giving me some pressure. Oh. I put the side that I cut, the rough side we'll call it, inside here because this way you don't have to see it, and the other side will sit flush. But to get them each their own. That's how it works in this type of build. Something is preventing me to see. Let's go check what's going on. There's a 2020 slot in there. Okay. No problem. There we go. Heard that click. We're in. Okay, automatically this should give you a 45 degree, but remember it's weight on a plastic part, so it might bend a degree or not. And we don't want a bend of a degree or not because this has to be 45 degrees because a 44 degree printer prints differently than a 45 degree printer. Ha ha ha, stupid joke. Okay. I'm going to find that hole I just put it in. All right, there we go. No problem. And next we are going to get the other M5. Here we go. And it's the one here on bottom. And okay. Let's try to get it in. Of course, on video always makes life difficult. I'm using the ball head Allen key, or hex key, whatever you want to call it, that comes with your 3D printers. I think this one specifically came with the S8. They like to produce the longer ones. Yeah, that's not sitting in well, means the T-nut that I have there moved. Okay, that's fine. Just need to make sure. Yeah, it moved a little bit. Take my little screw with it, push it down just a little bit. All right, that's why I said not to tighten them all the way, because you want to calibrate this part. This is a calibrating the frame part. Now, there we go. And we are almost in. There we go. I heard it go in. And there we go. Okay, remember, not too tight. Not too tight. Okay, moment of truth. Not really. Right now we're going to tighten the bottom two on both sides. So make sure those T-nuts bend. You're looking down inside here to check if the T-nut actually turned, and also technically move it. What it'll do, it'll automatically make sure it also is sitting flush on the bottom here, flush to the 4040 frame. So make sure it's sitting flush to that. And then we are going to tighten both sides. That should align it. Should, but we never know. Let me check. Yep, this one aligned. Okay. This one did align. Now I'll do the other side. And I see it turning. I can see because there's a gloss finish, so I can see the reflectiveness. All turns. And if you're turning too much, you can tell automatically that it hasn't turned to its right position. Okay, great. So this is done. These are still loose. That's fine. I'm going to show you a couple ways how to make sure you're getting that 45-degree angle. The most advanced way I've seen is to use one of these bad boys. It's an angle finder. Make sure that you have the right 45-degree angle, right? Well, it shows, first I have to make sure it's set to 0. Let's set it to hold, on, 0. It'll tell me right away if I'm at 0. Actually, you want 90 degrees, my bad. You don't want 45 degrees, you want 90 degrees, perfect. And I have 45 degrees, great. But obviously not everybody has this cool swanky tool that was given to me as a present. So, a couple ways you can do this is find anything square. I know it's interesting to tell someone just find a square piece. You can make a print of a square, make sure it's calibrated. You can even use, extra parts you have lying around, like the hot end, this metal block. But what I feel is going to give you the most accurate 90 degree is something metal that usually you have lying around. Now I'm looking around my shop right now to see what I can find that's the most accurate is the correct term. There isn't the most accurate, but we want it to be, oh yeah, well, sure. A ruler. What it was, yeah. Put the ruler base to tip. Make sure it's also touching on the top here. And make sure it's also touching flush on the bottom. Make sure there's no gaps between this. That'll be your 90 degrees. No gaps on the bottom and no gaps on the top. I don't know if you can see that. So you want to hold it against the the side of the printer. I'll lift it up a little bit for you just so you can see. Like that. And you want to make sure that there's no gaps on the top and the bottom. So it's perfect 90 degrees on the bottom. That would make this 45, and that 45. I guess that's lucky. So now that means it's automatically self-corrected itself based off the bottom two pillars. That's good news. And since these are loose, this will shift to its rightful place. Now we're going to tighten the top. First, the top one over here. Now, I know I said I cheated by using those hammerhead nuts, but I trust them more when it comes to positioning. And the reason why is because they're already, you know, full. When you have to twist the nut, the T-nut, to get it grab, it can grab anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to grab the what's it called? The most straight part of the rail. That's why they're also the cheapest one to purchase. Okay, great. Done and done. So our 90 degree, our 45 degree top and bottom are both connected, and this was step number 22. 23 we already did already. We did that earlier. We already attached it to the front. That's 24. Step 25 is a deassembly step, so you can do that on your own. Step 26 is next, all the way till about 40. Okay, so yeah, let's make another video.